Welcome to the Seeds of Transformation podcast, where biblical truth meets modern day. I'm your host, Dr. Allma Johnson, and I'm thrilled to embark on this journey with you. Here, we'll delve into a myriad of topics from healthcare to finance. Why? Well, everything begins with a seed. Join me and a few keen guests that'll stop by periodically as we explore the power of being a seed sown in shaping our lives and communities. After all, in Jesus' hand, a tiny seed becomes a miraculous testament of faith and growth. So, grab your headphones before you go on your walk or hop on that treadmill, and make sure you turn up the volume in your car and get ready to be inspired, challenged, and encouraged. Let's sow seeds of transformation together and witness the incredible harvest that awaits us on our collective journey. Let us begin. Well, hey there, and welcome back to another episode of the Seeds of Transformation podcast with your host, Dr. Allma Johnson. Okay, so let me ask you something. Have you noticed how the word AI kind of changes the mood of a conversation? Like, you bring it up, and suddenly people either lean in real close or they get real quiet because it feels big, it feels fast, and honestly, it feels a little overwhelming. So, the question I keep coming back to is, are we in an AI bubble? And I don't mean that in a dramatic, everything's about to collapse way. I mean it in a very grounded, very human way. Let's slow this down and actually think it through together. First, I want to be clear where I'm coming from. I'm not an AI engineer. Although I do have credentialing as a full stack software engineer, I'm not an AI engineer. I'm not an economist, and I'm not sitting on a bunch of technical papers. But if you know me, you know this about me. I am a bit of a geek. And by that, I mean, when something catches my interest, I pay attention. I listen to how people talk about it. I notice patterns. I notice how fast ideas spread, how language changes, how pressure shows up. So, this isn't me trying to sound official. This is me saying, okay, something's happening here. Let's look at it. So, first things first, what do we even mean by a bubble? Because when people hear that word, they immediately think, oh, so it's fake. Oh, so it's going to disappear. Oh, so it's all hype. No, a bubble doesn't mean something isn't real. A bubble means expectations are growing faster than reality can support right now. That's it. Something can be real, useful, powerful, and still be in a bubble. We've seen this before. Remember the .com era? The internet didn't disappear. The exaggerated promises did. Same thing with housing. Same with crypto cycles. Same with social platforms. The thing doesn't vanish. The story around it gets corrected. So, how do we know if that's happening with AI? Not because someone announced it, not because it's a headline. You usually can tell by the signals. And the first signal is how people are talking. Right now, AI is spoken about in very extreme ways. It's either going to replace everyone or this will fix everything except fold laundry. There's not a lot of middle ground. And whenever language loses nuance like that, it usually means early times that we're in. We're not settled. Mature tools don't need dramatic language, they just work. Okay. Another signal is urgency. You hear things like, you have to adapt this right now. If you don't, you'll be left behind. This is happening whether you're ready or not. That kind of pressure usually shows up when people are unsure how things will land. If something were fully figured out, no one would need to rush you. And then there's the emotional side of it. This one really matters. People aren't just curious about AI, they're anxious about AI. They're asking, will I still be needed? What happens to creativity? What happens to work? What happens to meaning? Those aren't technical questions, they're human ones. And when technology starts touching identity, the narrative tends to inflate fast, very fast. Now, this part is important. AI is real. It's already helping people. It already saves times. It already supports thinking, writing, organizing, creating. That's not imaginary. So this isn't about dismissing AI, okay? What is inflated is the idea that it's finished, that it's fully understood, that it replaces judgment, responsibility, or discernment. That's where the bubble lives. Not in the tool, but in the expectations we're placing on it. So, if we're going to be precise, and I think precision matters here, the clearest way to say it is this: we're in an expectation bubble, not a reality bubble. AI works, but the story around it assumes faster adoption than humans can handle, deeper replacement than systems allow, and clear outcomes that actually exist right now. That gap, that space between promise and practice, that's the bubble. And here's the thing about bubbles: they don't always pop loudly. Most of the time, they just settle. The noise fades, the urgency cools, the useful parts stay, the unrealistic parts quietly fall away. AI isn't going anywhere, y'all. But the idea that it instantly replaces human meaning, judgment, and responsibility, that will. We do. What do we do? Honestly, nothing dramatic. We don't panic. We don't rush. We don't define ourselves by a tool. We use AI where it actually helps. We learn what's good at what we're doing with it, how it works for us, and what's not, how it won't work for us. We keep humans in charge of meaning, ethics, and direction because technology moves fast. Humans don't need to, okay? So, are we in an AI bubble? Yeah, in the sense that expectations are ahead of reality, absolutely. But then, no, in the same sense, y'all, no, in the sense that technology itself is real and useful. Both can be true at the same time. And understanding that is what lets us move forward with clarity instead of fear. Y'all, thank you for joining me and walking with me through this question. Take care, y'all. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Seeds of Transformation podcast. Before you go, take a moment to share your thoughts with a 5-star review and connect with me on social media. Listen, your feedback fuels growth. Until next time, stay inspired. And as always, keep growing in all things of God.